you guys know, we finally have got the sod put down. It looks awesome. It's like getting carpet for your house. And we planted a lot of trees ourselves, and now we're bringing in some professionals to plant the bigger stuff. You see we got this limestone that's been dropped off, and we're going to start building steps around the house to get down to the future pond. So there's some of these things that are happening, and we also have our power company coming. We have power to the house, but now I got to get it from my house going about another 2,000 feet to where the barn is. So that'll be taking place. So we're getting closer to wrapping things up, but since it's a huge project, it takes a lot longer than what I would like. But so let me show you what's going on. Got some mat for landscaping. I'm just going to cut a section that I can put the rocks on, so hope maybe distribute the weight of the water, if that makes sense. Just try to get it so that the rocks just don't sink down in the ground for my new downspout system, which is going to be a chain. There we go. This is the hill that's been washing out. Didn't want a downspout right here, because it would take away from the look of this column. So I'm just gonna put a chain, and then I'm gonna leave this sod down. You'll have to tell me if I'm making a mistake or not, but I like this sod because this has been a big hole because of the water that's been running straight down before I got sod. So if I leave the sod in place, then maybe it'll help distribute the water once it hits, and then I'll put rocks in here. So let me know if I'm doing it the right way. I'm leaving the sod though. Okay. That's to kind of tell me where the chain's going to go, so I can get everything pretty much centered underneath it. Stay right about here. Now I got to carry the 120-pound rock. It doesn't look like it, but we had it weighed because we bought all this stuff by the pound. Okay, as you guys know, I planted a lot of my trees myself, but now we're bringing in some bigger trees, and these guys are helping us. But what they're doing now is, instead of having a retaining wall that we talked about, we're now putting in a set of steps, because from our patio, we want to get down to the future pond. Instead of a retaining wall, we would have had steps anyway. So this hill looks nice. It'll be landscaped, and as you can see, they're hammering away with a chisel to make the rocks fit together. Some of you guys might say, why don't they use a concrete saw? We don't want that perfect cut. They want it to kind of look natural and find a way so the two stones kind of marry up and look more natural versus, you know, nice clean cut. We're going for natural looking landscaping as if the house was built around this stuff. So that's what we got going on here. As you know, there's all kinds of different pieces of equipment. You know, we have a bobcat, and these guys showed up with this ditch witch, and that's a new piece of equipment. They're not real happy with it because it's leaking oil, it's having problems. So they got somebody coming out to work on this thing. So they parked it off to the side. It's kind of a cute little machine. Pivots in the middle. It's got tracks. They got forks. You can put buckets. You can do a lot with it. But if it doesn't work, it's no good. So then they went and got this green machine. Check this thing out. I've never seen one of these before. To me, looks like somebody pull an airplane out of a hangar. That thing pivots in the middle as well. It's a little bigger, and they're using that to bring the trees down, bring in rocks, and it's called an Avante 528. Looks interesting. I'm just wondering if a bobcat, you guys let me know if you think there's a better piece of equipment that's more universal, like a bobcat versus all these little funky looking stuff. So I'd like to hear from you. It's kind of a cute little machine. It's just funny looking. I'm so used to looking at bobcats and skidsters. All right, so they got these guys are helping me plant these trees, and the equipment they're using is something I've never seen before. They had a little ditch witch that pivots in the center. Thing's brand new, and it keeps failing on them. I don't know, it's leaking oil. So they just parked it, and then they brought out this thing, which also pivots in the middle. Kind of an interesting little, you know what the heck it is. It's Avante 528. They're getting ready to plant this tree. I'll show you how it works. I'd like to hear from you guys. If you think this is the piece of equipment or should it be a bobcat, let me know what you think. This is something that looks like it should be pulling an airplane out of a hangar. It's kind of funny looking. Hey, check this out. That might be something we should consider because I think it's got a huge subwoofer right here. Maybe that's why these guys buy it. It's got an awesome stereo. All right, I'm in the shop. I'm in the shop where these guys are making all the panels for my fencing, and they're rolling it through punching holes so that when we screw it into the fence, it's so much easier on install. We're going through steel into wood, and having these pilot holes is making the installer guys' jobs easy, making their job a little more difficult. Okay, that's the process to get one panel stamped. It's already run through one time to hit the center pieces. Now they're doing to each end, so it's quite a process getting these fence rails ready to go for the guys to install them. But over here, the guy in the end is big. I think he can carry the whole thing by himself. He's the beast. I want to show you the shop dog, Andy. She's a great little gal, loves to play ball. Let me show you what a shop dog should do. She hangs out here, keeps things in order, but loves to play. So I've got to play a little ball with Andy. Watch, keep your eye on the ball.